guys, I am back here today on my channel to talk about the following: the brand new KKW Beauty Highlight and Contour Powder Kits. And I am so excited about this video today because I actually played with this already on Kim Kardashian West herself. If you follow me on social media, you know that a couple of weeks ago I had the huge honor of doing Kim's makeup for a video, and for all of you wondering where that video is, it is up for review right now. Kim and her team have to go through it and approve it, and as soon as they approve it, it's going live on my channel. So definitely click on the notification bell below to get a notification for once it goes up. But for today, we're gonna be focusing on the brand new powder, highlight, and contour kits. I definitely feel so blessed, and I'm so thankful that Kim trusted me enough to let me try it out on her for that video. So this is not my first time trying this palette, so I kind of know what it looks like, how it works. Kim let me try her only sample that she had. Sometimes samples are a little bit better than the actual outcome finished product. So I'm hoping that in today's video, we're gonna find out that it is exactly the same. I know there has been a little bit of controversy with her swatching them, but I can tell you, Kim Kardashian is the worst swatcher of life. Don't kill me, Chris. So without any further ado, let's go right on ahead to this review slash swatches slash kind of first impressions, because it's the first time trying the kit out on my face. So let's do it. All right, so I brought you in a little bit closer, and let's take a closer look at the palettes as well. So in the KKW Powder, Contour, and Highlight Kit, you get two beautifully blending highlighters, a bronzer, and a contour shade. When looking at the light kit, we see a more champagne golden glow, a more pinky peach glow, a very warm bronzer, and a more gray toned contour shade. Looking at the medium kit, we see a more yellow toned golden highlight, again a more peachy tone, but a little bit more warm highlight, an even warmer bronzer, and a more cool toned contour shade as well. As for the dark, deep dark kit, we have everything just darker and more warm and intense. Also, a little secret, I'm wearing the dark slash deep dark set on my eyes today. So everything you see on my eyes today is this kit right here. So since I literally have the skin tone of paper, I feel most comfortable going with the light kit today. And you know, I have a couple of opinions about this one. I'm going to let you in on a little secret, and I actually have no idea if I'm allowed to share this with you, but I'm just gonna. So when meeting Kim, she was a little late, and she walked in and she was like, I'm so sorry, we were finishing up on powders and the colors and texture. She said she was basically rounding up the contour and highlight powder kits. And she showed me the colors for the fair kit, and the first thing I said to her was, Kim, from the bottom of my heart, trust it from this pasty bitch. Trust it from me, your bronzer is too warm. So I gave her a couple of recommendations on which bronzers work for my skin tone, and she said that she would look into it and that she was so thankful for that advice and that maybe she was gonna change the powder. She didn't, and I never expected her to, because, you know, she was probably hitting her deadline and it had to be done. But I will say right off the bat, this bronzer is gonna be too warm and intense for a lot of fair skin tone people out there. I mean, I'm foreshadowing a little bit. I haven't tried it on my face yet, but from experience, I know that warm bronzers like that look like trash on my skin. Anyway, so I'm gonna be focusing on the light kit today, and I'm gonna start off with the bronzer. Now with the Solange also comes a new brush. This brush is so much better than the previous brush. I didn't mind the previous brush, the sponge part was ridiculous, I'm sorry. For this brush, however, we see a more slanted contour side, and when you flip it over, it's a more dome-shaped blush slash highlighter side. They're definitely nice and dense, but nothing too stiff or ugh. I feel like the contour side is gonna be a little bit too packed and too dense for my contouring, because it's gonna apply, I need to stop with the foreshadowing and just apply it to my goddamn face. I will definitely be trying out the brush for the contouring and the highlighting, but for the bronzer, because it is so intense and warm, I'm gonna go in with my trusty brush by Benefit because I don't want to look like a mess. So dipping the brush into the powder, I can already tell that it picks up a lot of it. Okay, here we go, let's bronze. Okay, so it is definitely adding warmth. I literally applied the softest, thinnest layer of the bronzer, and I already feel like it is leaning a little muddy, and it's just too warm. It's too warm. This will be beautiful in the crease for a nice transition color, nice crease color. As bronzer on the cheeks, it's too warm. And you also gotta make sure that you tap it off and get as little on your brush, because this stuff is pigmented. Like the tiniest bit will cover the cheeks easily. Okay, but why am I liking this side better? Why doesn't it look bad on this side and on the, oh my God, okay. I am gonna go in with a little bit of face powder to tone the warmth down just a smidge. Okay, that's better. Once you go in with your face powder and kind of buff it in, that's when it looks good. For contouring, I'm of course gonna dip into this shade right here with the more slanted, angled side of the brush. Okay, let's carve this out. Okay. Now that is a contour. So although it is a contour, I am not mad at the tone. I do, however, want to try it with my regular contour brush to see how it works with my tools as opposed to the Kim one. So I picked up a tiny bit on my Morphe M143, my go-to contouring brush, and let's try it on the other side. So applying it with my go-to contouring brush, it definitely is a lot faster. I think blending is a tiny bit easier because I'm used to this brush. So am I saying the Kim brush is bad for contouring? Absolutely not. But with my Morphe one, because I know it so well, it's just a tiny bit quicker and easier to blend. If you don't know how to contour, get this brush and slay your contour for the rest of your life. I will say again though, that even the contour is leaning warm. It is definitely on the warmer side. Now, I like my contour to be cool as hell. This is warmer. Does it look bad? No, but it's not what I'm used to. I'm gonna contour my jawline. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna do a little bit of my go-to nose contouring by just drawing a soft blurt line up, down the center to the tip. For blush, I'm gonna go in with a tiny bit of Ofra's Bellini. And then now it's time for my favorite part of this entire kit. When I highlighted Kim with the medium kit, honestly, I did not expect the highlight to be that intense. And so I applied it onto her face and it got me out of nowhere. So I am super excited to be applying this. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I'm ready. Oh my God. Miss KKW is not playing around with the glow. Oh my, crazy good. Love this. Just for the highlight alone, I'm like, please get this out as an individual. This is amaze. What? I love that the highlight is nice and light enough for my first skin tone. It blinds, it beams, it does everything a good highlighter should be doing, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Applying highlighter with this brush is fun. It is big enough to cover your highlight area, plus blend it out as you go. I'll be applying the more peachy shade above my brows and like right on the center, a little bit on the chin, Cupid's bow. Get that strobing going on, baby. I really like this brush for highlighting. It is dense to like get it on, but soft enough to blend it as you go. So that is what my face looks like after bronzing, contouring, and highlighting with the light KKW powder contour and highlight kit. And I must say, I'm really enjoying the outcome. Is the bronzer way too warm? Yes. Is the contour on the warmer side? Yes, but somehow once you're done and you pair it up with nice brown smoky eyes, it works. I don't think it looks bad. Is it too warm? All right, let me throw a quick nude glossy lip on to really get that Kardashian going, and we'll go to the final roundup review. And that is what the KKW powder highlight and contour kits look like on my face. I am definitely positively obsessed with the highlight. I think it is so pretty, and I'm even wearing it on like my collarbones. They're non-existent, but they're there, and like on my shoulders, and it's giving me a very like sexy radiant glow. So my absolute favorite thing about these are the highlights, and when it comes to the brush, the highlight side, I think it's pretty damn awesome. Now I am gonna repeat myself a little bit. I think the bronzer is way too warm, and if there's anyone with a similar skin tone to me, it's gonna be too warm for you as well. Now, can we make it work? I feel like with mostly 90% of all makeup on this planet, there is a way to make it work. So can we make this bronzer work? Yes, we can. I applied it today using a very, very light hand, using a light layer, and it warms it just up enough, but it is leaning a little muddy and warm. Is it the most pleasant thing to work with? No. As far as the contour shade, I don't think we can say anything bad about it. I just prefer something a little bit more cool tone on my face. There are people who like to contour with bronzer, so it's all personal preference. I also want to suggest the following. Because the Kim Kardashian West brushes have interchangeable heads, and this one is good but not my favorite, I want to switch this one out for the little flat top kabuki side from the previous launch, because I like that one way better than the sponge. And I'm plopping it on, and you can custom make your own brush to however you like it. So I really like that idea. I'm just waiting for more and more versatile brushes. So overall, do I recommend the powder contour and highlight kits by KKW? I'm gonna say, if you're okay with working a little differently than usual, so going in with a lighter hand, the bronzer being a little bit too warm, if you're okay with that, I say yes, because I think the highlight is definitely worth it. I think the brush, this side of the brush is worth it. If you're on a budget and you want something that you can get the most out of, so everything works from the palette, for my skin tone, that's not gonna work. I don't foresee myself going in with that bronzer a lot. The contour shades sometimes, but you know, Rodial's got my heart. I'm gonna leave it up to you. Is the product quality good enough? Yes. So that is basically all I can say about this launch. I hope this was helpful in showing you how the products apply to the face, how they blend out, what they look like. I hope this was helpful to you. Definitely sound off in the comments down below what you think of this launch. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? What were your favorite parts of the palette? And do you think the bronzer will work for your skin tone? As always, if you enjoyed watching this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for always being so positive and kind in the comments, and for it to be a fun place to hang out in. You guys make me so proud. You're all like my little family. We're like these glow babies. We're like these obsessed with the glow people, and I feel like our comment section is always so positive, and even when there's criticism, most of the times, not always, it's constructive. And I just want to give a personal thank you for always being on your best side in my comments, and thank you. It just means so much to me. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys on the next one.